Good morning, boys. Today we will see the exercise number 9.3. This is mainly, this is another one method to check whether the quality is in control or not in control. To check whether our product is good or bad. In this, find out the defective or non-defective in the process, we have a method that is control charts, mean charts and range charts. By using these two, we will be able to conclude that whether the product of the particular company is good or bad, and to identify which machines produce that defective items. Clear? So, this is mainly used in cotton mills. It is mainly used in cotton mills. Those who are running the cotton mills, you can go and see that they are used to only that X bar chart, that is mean chart, R chart, that is range chart. Clear? That defective, we have two type of chances. That what are the situation that defective occurred in the process, in the manufacturing process. There are two cases. One is chance causes or random causes. What is meant by chance and random causes? It is natural calamities. The defective should not be done by the human being. It is beyond the level of human one. Clear? So, for example, suddenly the shutdown, sudden floods, then like COVID-19. So, in this time, you cannot accept that quality properly, isn't it? So, this is worldwide accepted. So, due to the natural calamities, when the items are defective, it is accepted. That is called chance causes. Whereas assignable causes, what is meant by assignable causes? It is man-made mistakes. The defective which is created by the man, right from the raw materials, from the beginning itself, you have to check the raw materials. When the raw materials is not up to the level, then your production is also leads the poorest quality one. So, these things you have to identify by using the control charts. Clear? By using the control charts, we can easily rectify this one, because normally a manufacturer is willing to give the good quality, minimize the defectives, maximize the non-defectives. Clear? So, to identify whether that product is good or bad, universally they have one rule, specific rules is the limits, that is called upper control limits, central limits and lower control limits. So, that samples which are taken from the particular machines, where that samples are falls in between that upper control limits and lower control limits, then you may say that the products are not defective, it is okay. Not 100%, but the product will be not defective. Clear? Anyone should go out of these two limits, that is upper control limits and lower control limits, then we will conclude that something is mistake in the particular machines. They know the samples taken from the which machine. Clear? Then they will go and they will check the particular machines whether that any problem happened in that machinery side or in the raw materials. They can rectify it, then they will bring it into that quality is the best one. Clear? So, that is the easy purpose to mainly they are using. So, this is simple and easiest method. Cost wise is very simple and you can easily find out the defective, whether that which machines, if there is 100 machines are there, you can easily find out which machines produce the defective one. Clear? At what time? Because the samples taken once in hour from all the machines to check whether it is the quality is good or bad. So, they will calculate, they will put the weight and they conclude that they will take average and range, blah blah, so many calculations are there. After that they will plot the points on the graph sheet. They will see whether the samples comes inside these two limits, that is upper limits or lower limit. If it's so, process is good, otherwise it is not good. They can easily find, suppose when the 10th samples fall outside of these two limits, then they will say the 10th samples taken from which machine, suppose machine number 2 means then they will ask the supervisor, they will inform the supervisor, there is a problem in the machine number 2, please go and check. Then the supervisor will go and they will rectify that machinery work or whatever tools. If there is any mistakes in the tools and any repairs in the machines, they will rectify it. Then that the same machine started to give good quality. So to find out the bad quality in from which machines, to rectify it, they are using that control charts. Clear? So for control charts, we have the formula when x bar and standard deviations are given. Case 1 we have formula, and mean and standard deviation is not given, we have some formulas. Clear? So boys, you have to memorize the formula, but here in this chapter we are learned only that standard deviations are mean and standard deviations not given. So we have 3 formulas. Based on the 3 formulas, we will see that some problems. Now the question number 14, we will straight away starting the question number 14, that is question number 14. Sample number, just now I said no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, sometimes it will given 20 also. Clear? Sample number x bar, see the question number 14. Sample number, samples taken, sample number is denoted from 1 to 10. The sample number 1, that is machine number 1, the samples are taken from the machine number 1, that its average is given x bar 15. In its range, what is going to be range? Maximum minus minimum. So don't think that sample number 1 is stand, so you cannot find that one sample mean, for one sample mean and range, it is not possible. So sample number 1 means, in the machine number 1, there are so many cylinders in the textile cotton mills, isn't it? They are selecting that samples may be 10. All 10 put together is called sample number 1, that is machine number 1. The samples taken from the machine number 1 is sample number 1, that way you have to consider. So don't think that if I am taking sample number 1, that is 5 means, you cannot find mean and range. Clear? To find mean, you have to get more than 2, that is called average. Clear? Range means you must know at least to minimum, maximum value minus minimum value is known as range. So the sample number here, 1 is stands for not only one sample, it is combination of, see that below, inside the bracket it is given that small n equal to 5, which means sample number 1 is stands for how many sample? 5 samples. 1, 2, 3, adding these, I don't know what is the sample taken from that, the first splendor and second one, third one, fourth. So I don't know what is the value. But sample number 1 is stands for sum of the 5 samples taken from the first emission by 5. That is only x bar. Clear? That is the meaning. Don't take as 1 is only 1. That's what it is given, small n equal to 5. The 5 means that 5 samples taken from the machine number 1, 5 samples taken from the machine number 2, 5 samples taken from machine number 3, 5 samples taken from the machine number 4. Then average mean of the first samples taken from the first mean, that is first machine is 15. Range of the samples taken from the first machine is 7. You have to take it like this. Clear? So if it is given sample number 1 as 5 and 7, that is x bar and r, this 15 is stands for the 5 samples taken from the first emission, their mean 15. What is the range? The range, that maximum minus minimum value from the first emission is range, that is given as 7. Clear? So don't take one is only one sample is there in the under the sample number 1, not like that. Sample number 1 means that is a machine. In one machine they are taking how many samples? 5 samples. Similarly the second machine 5 samples, third machine 5 samples. Their mean and range it is given straight away. Clear? So now you have to work it out to find the control charts. Formula is UCL is equal to x double bar plus A2 R bar. LCL is equal to x double bar minus A2 bar. Then CL. CL is x double bar, that is mean. You have to find mean of mean. Clear? This is for x chart, x bar chart, that is R mean chart. The next one you have to find range chart, that is R chart. Formula is UCL, D4R bar, LCL, that is D3R bar, CL, that is R bar. So you have to memorize. You have some different formula when mean and standard deviations are given. We have some formulas, but here we did not use those formula to find X bar chart and R chart. Clear? Here we are using only X bar chart, this R chart for these two formula. With the help of these two formula only, we are going to find out X bar chart and R chart. Some formulas are there in terms of when standard deviation and means are given, you have one formula. When standard deviation is alone given, we have another one formula. But those two formulas are not used. We are using only these two formula to find whether that company produce the good quality or the process in control or not in control. Clear? So you have to draw both the diagram. Both these you have to draw instead of graph sheet, you can draw in the main sheet itself. In the graph, if you draw in the graph sheet, that will be little confused to you. So better you go for that main sheet itself. Clear? Unruled sheets will be used as scale reading as 1, 2, 3, 1 centimeter as 1, 2, 4. Depends upon the values you have to take. Clear? Now see the question number 14. It is given sample number. I am writing straight away X double bar. Formula is summation X bar by N. Summation X bar by N. That is summation X bar. You have to add all the X bar 15 plus 17 plus extra. What is the last value? 16 by 10. So what will be the answer? Your answer is 16.2. Then similarly you have to find out R bar, that is sum of summation R by N, that is summation R, that is range total is, what is the range total? The total of range is, you have to find out range. Range by this answer is 7.4. R bar is equal to 7.4. So just you have to add and see. Don't write simply the answer. You have to add all the range and divided by 10. You will get 7.4. Now you have to find out UCL, LCL, CL, UCL, SCL for R chart. We will do the calculations now. Then I can draw the diagram. Now UCL is equal to upper control limit. Formula X double bar. What is the X double bar? 16.2 plus what is A2? A2 is given already. They will give in the book itself. Don't worry. A2 is given 0.58 into R bar 7.4. What will be the answer? 20.49. Clear? Next you have to find out LCL, that is 16.2 minus 0.58 into 7.4. So what is our UCL answer? That is LCL answer 11.91. Similarly, this is for X bar chart. CL, that is CL is nothing but X double bar, that is 16.2. Similarly, you have to find R chart, that is UCL is equal to, what is the formula to find D4R bar? That is the formula for find out UCL for R chart. Clear? D4, the value for D4 is given 2.115 into 2.115 into what is our R bar? R bar we found already 7.4. What will be the answer? UCL, that is 15.65. Now we have to find LCL, that is D3. D3 normally they will give D3 value is always 0. 0 into 7.4, that is 0. CL is equal to R bar, that is 7.4. This is R chart calculation. This is X bar chart calculations. Clear? So very simple. I am just substituting that values in the formula. A2, D3, D4 values given already in the question, no problem. If it is not given, you have the last page in the back side of end of this exercise number 9.4 miscellaneous exercise 9.4 table of control charts criteria is there. By seeing the sample size, here sample size is given n equal to 5. So based on the sample size, you can easily find out what is the value for A2, D3 and D4. Then sample size is given 10, then you have to see 10 under A2, 10 under D3, 10 under D4. Clear? So based on the calculation you have to do it. Now I found the calculation for X chart, mean chart as well as range chart by using this formula. This is the only formula for all these problems. Clear? Now I am going to start to draw the diagram. This is very easy. So don't think that it will be very difficult. It's very simple. Please don't do the calculation, don't plot the points on the graph sheet. Now, after find out the X bar chart, you please see the X bar under X bar. What is the minimum value and maximum value under X bar? Under X bar, you have to see maximum value. What is the maximum value under X bar? 18. What is the minimum value under X bar? Minimum value is 14. Similarly, you have to find out maximum value in R. Maximum value R is 12. So minimum value is 4. By seeing these two only you can come to know the conclusion whether the process is controlled or not in control. You see, what the maximum value is given in the X bar? 18. But when you compare this one, what is the upper limit? You compare the upper limit and the maximum value in the book. Upper limit 20.4. What is the maximum value is X bar? 18. Therefore, no samples are go outside of the upper limit. Are you clear? Very simple. See that upper control limit answer 20.49. What is the maximum values given in X bar? 18. 18 is less than the upper control limit or more than the upper control limit? Less than. Therefore, no data is go out of upper control limits because the maximum value in X bar is how much? 18. 18 is less than 20. So it will not go. Then you can see the minimum value 14. What is the minimum value of LCL? 11. And this also 11 is when you compare, you have to compare upper control limit to maximum value. In that case, maximum value should be less than the upper control limit. When you compare the lower control limit with the minimum value, clear, this should be more than this one. Minimum value should be greater than this one. If it's so, then in X bar chart, all the values should be between the upper control limits and the lower control limits. When you compare these two, you please see that this will be greater one. When you compare the LCL and the minimum value, and the minimum value should be greater. That way you keep it in your mind. When you compare upper control limit and the maximum value, upper control limit should be greater than that maximum value. When you compare the lower control limit with the minimum value should be greater. Minimum value should be greater than the lower control limit. Then your process is in good rule. So you cannot give the conclusion after seeing only X bar chart. Both the charts should be satisfied. In both the charts, no sample should be outside of the two control limits, that is upper control limits and the lower control limits, both X bar chart as well as range charts. Be careful, clear. So if in any one charts the samples out of those two limits, then you have tried the process is not in control. In both the charts, the sample should be lies between the LCL and UCL, X bar chart as well as R chart. If any one chart, any sample is outside of either X bar chart or R chart, you have to write the process is not in control. all the samples should be lies between the two limits, two controls, upper control, lower control. If any one sample out of UCL or below LCL, then it is not in process. If it is any one chart is consisting like that, clear. Both the charts should be satisfied, you can write it is control, otherwise it is not in control. Same case you can apply over UCL is upper control 15, what is the maximum value? 15. So this is more than, I told you to find out upper control limit should be more than that maximum value, it is there. Similarly, when you compare the LCL, the minimum value should be more than the LCL. So here minimum value is 4, LCL is 0. So 4 is more than, therefore I can say now itself the process in control. But you don't write like that, you have to draw the diagram. But you can conclude before started to draw the diagram by comparing like this, clear. So compare the UCL with the maximum, UCL should be greater. Compare with the LCL with the minimum, minimum should be greater. If it's so, no samples outside of the limits. The same, when you compare UCL and the maximum value, the UCL should be more than that maximum value. And when you compare LCL with the minimum, minimum should be greater. If it's so, the process is in control, otherwise it is not in control. But you have to draw with the diagram. So you can draw with, you can keep your textbook, instead of like this, you can keep horizontally. You take the sample as samples and draw now X bar chart. Number of samples 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You please take 1 centimeter, 1 samples. Clear. Now you have to see that what is the maximum value in UCL 20 point, minimum value is 11. See, maximum 20, minimum 11. So better you take zigzag line. You start from 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then you can go to more than 20, 21. Y-axis. So 20, 21, 22. Clear. You can take zigzag line because it is always starting from 1, 2, 3. But I need only from 11 onwards. Why I need 11 onwards? Because, range values. Minimum value of the range is what? Oh, minimum value is 4. Sorry, it is given. Oh, that is correct. Okay. So this 11, compare all the 4, you take maximum value and minimum value. Minimum value, so you can start from 11 onwards. Use zigzag line, which means the zigzag line consisting the number from 1 to 10. That is the meaning. Clear. Now you can easily, very simple. After that you can plot 1. Straight to 1, what is the mean? 15. So 1, 15. Just you have to keep the dot. Then 2 to 17. 2 to 17. There will come 17. Boys, keep scale at 12. Straight to that. Use scales. You can take only scale reading. Then 3 to 15. 3, 15. I don't know a scale, but you have to use scale. 3 to 15. 4 to 18. 4. 18. Use scale. Keep the scale on particular sample straight and keep the point. 18. 18 will come little. Then sample number 5, 17. Sample number 5, 17. 17, 6, 14. 6, 14. Where will 6? 6 straight to 14. Then 7, 18. 7 goes to 18. Where will come 18? 7 here 18. Then 8, 15. 8 goes to 15. Then 9 to 17. So 9 to 17. Where will come 17? Here. Then last one 10 to 16. 10 to 16. 16. Use scale and do it. That's all. I plot the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points I plot. So now you have to draw the UCL. After plotting the points, you draw the straight line UCL, or you can first draw the UCL, LCL and CL, then you can plot the points. That is your wish. Clear. First you draw UCL, the straight line for UCL, straight line for LCL and CL. Then you started to plot the points. Or you can first plot the points and draw a straight line. That is your wish. Now UCL 20.49. It will be approximately, it comes under what, 20.5. So where will come 20.5 between 20 to 21. So you have to draw the line. Use scale. Here you have to write UCL is equal to 20.49. Don't write the round of the number. Then what is LCL? LCL is given 11.91. It is approximately close to 12. So here you have to write. So just you have to draw a straight line. LCL is equal to 11.91. Then what is the central limit? 16.2. 16.2. It will come around like this. So CL is equal to 16 point. So 16 will come 0.2. That's all. Now you can collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over. That's all. No points or lies above the UCL, below the LCL. According to this X bar chart, your product is very good. Clear. But you don't conclude by seeing the X bar chart itself. You go for one more chart. That is what? R chart. For R chart also, you have to draw the diagram like this. Clear. So now you can draw the diagram. So just you have to keep it in that one. I will do this with the help of the same graph for R chart. Clear. This is for X bar chart. In X bar chart, after plotting the points, I find that no points or lies above the upper control limits and below the lower control limits. Therefore, by seeing this one, you may conclude that, you may come to know that the process may be controlled. By seeing the R chart only come to know that conclusion strongly whether it is control or not in control. This is for X bar chart. Now you have to see that R chart. For R chart also you have to draw only in the main sheet. Don't use graph sheet. Clear. So R chart as usual. You have to write the scale reading also. What is 1 unit? It stands for how many centimeter in X axis and Y axis. Now you can see that maximum value out of this 15, minimum value is 0. See, the minimum value is 0. So better you can take samples. There is no difference. You have to take all the 10 samples. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clear. Now the value is starting from 1 onwards. 1 to 16. So better you take 2 because no place. I am taking here 2, but you have to take from 1 onwards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. Now as usual 1, this is R chart, therefore you have to see only the range. Under 1, what is sample? 7. So 7 will come here. Under 2, what is the range? 7. So again the same. Under 3, what is the range? 4. 3 to 4. What is the range for 4? The sample number 4. Sample number 4 is 9. So where will come 9? 9 will come between 8 and 10. Boys, you have to write scale reading. That is X axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. Clear. Then Y axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. Sorry, 2 units. I am taking here as 2 units. That is very important. I did not write scale for the previous chart, but you have to write. Next 4. What is the sample number 5? 8. 5 to 8. Then sample for range for 6, 7. 6 to 7. 6 and 7. 6 and 8. Then 7. 12. 7 to 12. Where will come 12? Here. Then 8 to 4. 8 to 4. Then 9 to 11. 9 to 11. 11 where will come between 10. 10 to 5. 10 to 5 here. That's all. Now after plotting the points, you have to draw first UCL. UCL is given how much? 15.65, 15.65, so around come near. So just you have to draw. UCL is equal to 15.65. LCL, that is 0. And the axis itself we have to draw, that is 0. Then central limits 7.4. It will come nearly to this area. CL 7.4. Now we can connect. So no points are come outside of UCL and outside of LCL. Therefore, what is the conclusion? The process is in control, which implies the process is in control. That's all. This is your answer. Clear? So the problem is very simple. Only the diagram is very difficult. You have to be very careful. You have to don't take graph sheet. You can do everything in the main sheet itself. They will give marks. Boys, remember I told you how to find out whether the process in control or not without seeing the graph itself, by seeing the values. If anything is missing, then you conclude that the process is not in control. So don't think that you will get always in process in control. Clear? Some problems you may get in process in control. Some problems you will not be able to get. Suppose not in control. Suppose if this particular point lies outside, therefore you can write the process is not in control. They can easily find out the defective. The defective comes under from where? 7th mission. So they can approach the supervisor. There is a problem in some mission number 7. Please go and rectify it. They will rectify it. Once the rectification is done by the mission number 7, then you will never get defective samples on outside of UCL. Clear? That is very simple. This is the process. By seeing how many dots are outside of the UCL, corresponding machines, they will find out. Clear? So next, we will go to the next sum. That is sum number 16. Sum number 15 you can do it at home. Sum number 16 is something different model. Just now I said how do you get mean? Sample 1 is not stands for only one sample. Sample 1 stands consisting of 5 samples or 10 samples. That's what it is given here in the sum number 16. Sample number, that is mission number 1. In mission number 1, they took how many samples? 32, 36, 42. 3 samples they are taking. So you have to find out the X bar. So I am right that X bar that is X bar and R chart. You have to find out mean value for 32, 36, 42. So just you have to add all the 3 and divide by 3. You will get answer. I will tell you for one. I will upload for only the mean alone. X bar for how many samples are given? 8 samples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So sample for 1, 32 plus 36. Just you have to add and write. 32 plus 36 plus 42. So 32 plus that is 10. Remainder 1, 7, 10. So 11 by 110. Just you have to add and see. You will get 110. Because 8, 10, remainder 1, 5, 8, that is 11, 110 by 3, 3 3s are 9. Clear? So it will go how many times? 3 3s are 9, again 3 3, and it will go 3 3 and so on. So that mean for, it is going on 3.33. Similarly, you can find out that mean for, this is for X bar. Next you have to find out range. So same way you can do for sample number 2, sample number 3, sample up to 8. That is 28 plus 32 plus 40 by use calculator. Clear? So 28 plus 42, that is how much? 60. 60 plus 40, 100. 100 by 3, again how much? 3 3s are 9. See here I made a mistake. 3 3s are 9. Remainder how much? 2, 20. 3 6 are 18. 36. Use calculator and do it. Here 3 3s are 9, 3, again it will go 33.33. This is for example. Clear? So how to find out range? What is the formula to find range? Range is equal to maximum value minus minimum value. What is the maximum value in that sample number 1? 42. Minus what is the minimum value in the sample number 1? 32. So when you subtract, you will get how much? 10. So that is the range. Similarly, for the sample number 2, what is the maximum value? 40 minus 28. Subtract, what will be the answer? 2, 1, so 12. So range is 12. Likewise, you have to form the tabular column like X bar R chart like the previous problem. Then you have to find out X double bar. I am writing only the answer straight away. You please check. X bar is 37.71. Then UCL, this is for X bar chart. This is X bar chart. When you plot the graph, you can take X only 36.6. Don't take the samples. Clear? So your LCL, that is UCL, is equal to 56.12. LCL is equal to 30. That is LCL is equal to 19.2N. That is CL. That is X double bar is 37.71. This is for X bar chart, and whereas for R chart, what is your R bar? R bar is given 18. That is nothing but CL. Then UCL is equal to, boys, you check that answer by using the formula 46.25. Then LCL is equal to 0. So based on this one, you have to find whether the process is not in control or control. Clear? So these remaining problems, we have so many problems that you will see 1 or 2 problems in the next class. Clear? Thank you, boys.